Where's Mike? I said, where's...
I've heard what you said. Everybody in the cafe heard what you said.
Sorry, I was only asking where Mike is.
With you, usually.
Nope. When he didn't show up for our retail therapy session this morning, I figured he'd probably just make his way here.
Nope. I've been on my lonesome for the last 45 minutes. Didn't we say it was 1 o'clock we'd meet up?
Since when do you care about time?
That does not even deserve an answer, but don't give it another thought. No, I've just been sitting here soaking up my Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky, huh?
Naturellement.
You do know that I was Russian, right? Killer crabs.
Well, what can I say? Not one of Dostoevsky's better-known titles.
Their claws were strong enough to snap a man in half. Their shells were impenetrable even by a 6-inch naval gun. Their eyes glowed with malevolence, and as they tore their victims limb from limb, they seemed to grin with sadistic delight. Riveting stuff.
Oh, what can I say? Personally, I welcome our new crab overlords. I revel in the gruesome fate that awaits all puny humans whose lives are even more pathetic than my own. It might be trite, but it's got me through some pretty awful shifts.
Well, you could have just said that in the first place.
Ah, yes. But where's the fun in that?
Hi everybody, sorry I'm late. What I miss? Ooh, is that latte? They redecorated around here. Don't like it. Nice haircut, Rob.
What the hell is that?
What does it look like?
Well, it looks like someone went shopping without me.
It looks like a red rugby top.
Oh yeah. So?
I've never ever seen you sporting a jersey.
Come on, they're all the rage down the club. Down the club?
Well, it's a nice fit.
Yeah? You're not just saying that, are you?
No.
Actually, it's quite comfy and it's a lot more flattering than I thought it would be.
Well, it definitely accentuates your pecs.
You reckon?
Oh, for sure.
Would this have something to do with the boyfriend by any chance?
Don't be a prick.
Well, I'm a prick for stating the bleeding obvious.
You know, rugby, it really isn't that bad once you get into it.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Will the pod people please return our Mikey?
See what I've had to put up with.
You know, I have known you for the best part of what? A decade? And a red rugby top is not you. Red Star Trek top, perhaps?
Oh, it'd have to be next gen, though, not the original series. I mean, you're hardly ensign expendable.
And how would you know that it's not me, eh? I mean, it's not like you pay me any serious attention anyway.
What?
You know, sometimes I think the only reason I'm here is to fill the gaps between your outrageous outbursts and your melodramatic comments.
What is this, an episode of the Jeremy Kyle Show?
Boys, if there's going to be a ruck, I think you should take it outside.
There's not going to be a ruck.
Has anybody else lost the plot?
Look, moving in with and trying to create a meaningful relationship with my significant other has been the single most important thing I've done all year, and you've still not even met him.
Well, I've asked to meet him. Probably.
I have offered to arrange a dinner party where you could formally meet.
We both know I don't do dinner parties.
That's not the point. You don't even call him by his name except the boyfriend.
Well, that's what he is.
So, what's his name then?
Hey?
My boyfriend. What's his name?
What's your boyfriend's name?
Yes. What's his name? I've only been talking about him non-stop for the past 8 months.
Well, of course you have.
How can he not know?
Thanks, I was hoping for a bit of good cop, bad cop here.
Sorry.
And your time is up.
Chris!
Lucky guess.
It was nothing of the sort.
And I suppose you only remember his name because it happens to be the same as that of an actor who's played the Doctor?
Might be.
Shame his name is actually Matt.
Well, I knew it was one of the new series doctors. Would it kill you to give me that?
Captain Petard, you are so hoisted.
Look, I'm sorry. There we are, I've said it. What more do you want, a significant grovel?
You know, sometimes I feel like he takes my friendship for granted.
Now who's been a drama queen?
You see, there it is again.
Okay, Mike, what is this all about?
Lately, I've been feeling like I'm being pulled in two different directions. Like when I'm with the two of you, it feels like I'm cheating on him.
You do know how ridiculous that sounds. You can have a partner and still have friends.
Yeah, but I'm ashamed to be a fan. Sometimes, especially in front of the guys.
The guys?
Well, Matt's friends. They're all bankers and insurance boards and junior partners. They're the cool kids who've really got their shit together. You know, they're so well-adjusted and mature.
Oh.
Well, they're the kinds of people I've always wanted to be. You know, I've been thinking that all this fandom stuff is just stopping me from achieving my true potential. You know, I'm sorry, guys, but I think I'm done.
Oh, Petal.
Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine. Now listen, don't go saying anything hasty you can't take back later. You will only regret it.
Have you talked with Matt about this?
Not in so many words, but...
Well, I know that he loves you, and I'm pretty sure he'd be the first to talk you out of throwing away something that makes you so happy, that makes you, you.
No, kid. If Mikey here wants to turn his back on the people and programs that have defined decades of his mortal existence, well, you know, he can lounge around in his snappy red rugby top and drink pints of overpriced lager and stuff his face with canapes and sushi and sit in his fur-encrusted box in the stadium. Who are we to stand between him and greatness?
Yuck. Drama ramen in a basket with chips, dude. What's your point?
My point is, it's not up to us to decide Mikey's future.
Well, it may be highly melodramatic, but Hagrid here does have a point.
Let me ask you this. You have a shit day in work. The photocopier dies halfway through producing the end-of-year report. You accidentally mass email everyone, including that guy in HR you've already had more than one altercation with, a vicious rant about the guy in HR you've already had more than one altercation with. And then you sign it kindest retards instead of kindest regards. After work, you're standing there in the pouring rain with a broken umbrella because the bus was standing room only. Eventually, you trudge home, soaking and miserable. So what do? Well, naturally you turn on the television. But what DVD or Blu-ray comfort viewing do you instinctively reach for?
Oh, God. It's Doctor Who.
Yes, and I'll bet I can even tell you the exact story.
Haven't you tortured him enough?
After the intensity of the day's shitstorm, it would have to be the Green Death. No. No, after a day as bad as this, really, it's more of a genesis of the No. What am I thinking? What am I saying? No. After a day as crappy as this, it has to be a retreat into a magical world where the Fourth Doctor takes on an ancient evil Egyptian god with a disco sarcophagus, where a single plush cushion is held in place by the crafty hand of a BBC technician to stop it sticking to the arse of an ancient alien astronaut. Yes, Pyramids of Mars, my dear Watson. And supper is a bowl of creamy tomato soup with richly buttered slices of sourdough bread.
You do know me.
Well, frankly, you couldn't make this shit up.
Does this mean you've emerged from your rugby cocoon and are a beautiful geek again?
Yeah.
Right on! So who's up for a doppio mochaccino with whipped cream?
And sprinkles?
Well, duh. You guys, you always have to be so ridiculously awkward about everything.
Yeah, sorry I went all Mugatu on your ass back there.
Well, I'm just glad we talked you off the ledge and back into the comfortable, nostalgic funk of unabashed nerddom.
Well, the truth is, it's really much more me than this. Ugh. You know, and it's itchy as hell, and I only bought it today.
Yeah. Of course, the real elephant in the room is that you've had the discount price tag prominently on display ever since you came in.
What?
Yes.